Hello and welcome to my channel on Ancient and Chinese Astrology. I am professional astrologer Alex Zagata from the website 100%astrology.com, and I would like to make a video about the forthcoming second transit of the planet Jupiter on the fixed star Caph, also known as Beta Cassiopeiae. Now, a few months ago, almost 6 months ago, I made a video about it. And I explained that I very strongly recommend for those that have not seen the video to watch it, because I prepared myself. I quoted from ancient sources. The significations of the planet Jupiter and what it can bestow, and I also explained in detail how this can be used. This transit that happens once in 12 years and lasts between 10 and 12 days. Now, after I made the video, I was asked a very good question. Here it is, by a Bulgarian astrologer or astrology student, I don't know what she is. And so basically, I knew that Jupiter is going to transit again on Caph this year, but part of its transit, as you see, as I replied to her back then, almost 6 months ago, I calculated that the transit would last from the 8th of December to the 22nd of January. But half of this transit, Jupiter will be going backwards or retrograde. So I was not certain whether this can be used, because when a planet is walking backwards, it's going against nature, so to say. Its significations are somewhat delayed or distorted, or there is going back and forth. So I was not certain, and as I had no sources that contain this information, I was not sure whether I was going to make another video, and whether I myself am also going to be wishing for the fulfillment of whatever I'm wishing. So I decided to. So in this video, I showed my source, the source where I got this information. This is a Persian astrologer. He was even kind enough to put my video after I made the video on his website. He lives in France. He writes in French. He also has a YouTube channel, and I contacted him and to ask him about whether the ancients have anything to say about Jupiter being retrograde, and whether this somehow disqualifies the transit on Caph that happens again once in 12 years. And he consulted his the ancient sources, he told me, and he speaks ancient Arabic, and he told me that they do not mention, in regards to Caph, they do not mention Jupiter being retrograde and spoiling this, or being in any way weakening. And he also quoted some configurations by the ancients that can strengthen this Jupiter transit with Caph, and in general, not just with Caph. These configurations are strictly astrological, unless you have astrological knowledge, but basically they involve benefic Venus, the Moon, or the North Node. But what he said is that we should experiment with a lot of these things. When they're not written down, you should try it out and see how it goes. Now, this transit will be much longer. So in my first video, I made some tables and I showed them here. Now the transit lasted like from the 6th to the 5th, so it was 10 days. Now it will last for 46 days. So it's a lot. Back then I calculated for a few cities, and it was still work I had to do by hand. Now with 46 days, it's I've calculated for my location, for Russia, Bulgaria, and I have divided it in half. The first half of the table is when Jupiter is moving backwards. So from the 8th of December 2023, here is the time, until the 31st of December, here are the times. And then the second table with Jupiter moving forward direct from the 1st of January or January 1st, American style, till the 22nd. And here are the times again for my location. Again, it's specific to every location, as I explained in my video. This star, the star Caph, is not on the ecliptic, so because it's in the constellation of Cassiopeiae, so it's extra zodiacal, meaning we have to use the paran when the star is co-culminating or co-anti-culminating, when it's on the upper or lower meridian, speaking astronomically. And this varies from location to location. For my latitude here in Bulgaria, for our latitude, the star, in fact, for most latitudes here, northern latitudes, the star is circumpolar, meaning it never rises, or it never reaches the horizon, so it never rises and never sets. So it has only the activations with the midheaven and the icy, the Munqueli. Whereas for locations, I believe around 31, 32 north, northern latitude, it can go down to the horizon. It can rise and it can set, which would make the table twice bigger, because you'd have to calculate for the ascendant and for the descendant as well. As you see here, this is a lot of work being done manually. Yes, the program helps, but I will show. Now, so my point is that I myself, because the planet is moving backwards, and also because Jupiter is in Taurus, and Jupiter is a masculine planet, Taurus is a feminine image or sign. So Taurus is, Jupiter does not do well in Taurus. Also, Jupiter is, in these times here, Jupiter pretty much, I think for all these 46 days, will be below the horizon. In other words, it will be contrary to the sect, and again this further kind of weakens Jupiter. So I myself, I will be doing my wishes, but from the 8th of while Jupiter is moving backward from the 8th of December until the 31st, I will be focusing on the internal significations of Jupiter. They are very rich. Again, I'm not going to repeat them. I made a long video. I recommend it's with PowerPoint tables, etc., for those that have not seen it. And then from the 1st of January to the 22nd, I will be focusing on what I'm focusing and what I'm wishing. More on that later. Now, what else? Well, if you'd like to calculate this for your location, there are several options. Option number one is, first of all, this is the photo for the video. This is Jupiter and this is Cassiopeiae. This is the star Caph. This is just an approximation, because again this constellation never reaches, it's extra zodiacal. It's so, and Jupiter, so the planets, basically planets only go on the ecliptic, so they cannot reach these constellations. So this is just an approximation for the video. Okay, so the first option of calculating the star, the parents for your location, is with Stellarium. Here is this free software. It's very useful software for the sky. I use it all the time. However, it creates a problem for these calculations, because for some reason it's Stellarium, I mean the software, is offering 3 types of calculations for the same thing. Now here, option number 1 is, you see, transit 1922. Transit meaning it's on the midheaven. The star is on the midheaven. Next, by paran. Next, same thing, Caph, as you see, transit 1918. So there is a 4-minute difference, as you see, 2023 December 8th. This is the scientific style dating. Again, 4-minute difference, which is the full activation is 8 minutes, so you're 50% off. And there is a third one. Let me show you again with Stellarium. Here is the third one. if you go to settings and choose transits, and there is the star Caph, again here it shows 1920. You see, same thing, 1922, 1920, or 1918. Again, what's going on here? Which one is correct? And you have no way of knowing. They do not provide this information. You'd have to go to the forum and start asking questions, and etc. etc. So basically, I do not recommend Stellarium software for this for these calculations. For the sky, yes. As you see, this is the meridian, and this is Caph. You see, this is another star. Let's say but this is Caph. But I do not recommend this for again, because we're dealing with a few minutes per day, so you'd better have them accurate. Now another option is the Janus software. I really like this software. Now when I made this video back in June, early June, I did not have a copy of Janus. Afterwards I decided to purchase a copy. The program is great. It's a professional program. I use five or probably 6 programs, because none of them gives me everything. But the thing is that Janus it did not have the star Caph. So I made the people there. They're from New Zealand. I contacted them and made some recommendations, what to include, what to improve, and they included Caph. They included Caph and did an update on the program. So they're asking for because of the update and the other improvements. I have not purchased the update. However, this is the 5.5 version. Anyhow, however, they on their website. You can go to their website, astrologyhouse.com, and they have a trial version here, download. These are the requirements. Windows 7, 8, 10, 11 does not work on Mac or Windows 10s or 11s. And once you download the program and install it, then again, trial version, you can open the program. Try Janus. Again, I have, for example, 13 days left. Again, this is Janus 6. I have Janus 5.5. This is my paid version, but it does not show the stars. It does not include Caph. It includes over 100 stars, but it does not include what we need. So with Janus 6, we press try Janus 6. Now we go to wheels, and then fixed stars here, and then we go to here to Atlas, and we choose I don't know, let's choose Spain or something, let's choose Spain, and we can choose, well, Barcelona. Let's go with Barcelona, for example. And here is Barcelona. There is the Atlas. Now we can move the date. We can go to December 8th, calculate, and now again the Atlas, it contains almost all the locations on the planet, so and all the major ones, cities, etc., countries, and here we go to view, and then aspects to stars. Sorry, not aspects to stars. Star table. It's star table, and now we need to there are many options here. I suggest you order the stars by longitude. You can again choose whatever font you want, and then so the star currently Beta Cassiopeiae is at 527 Taurus. This is always the tropical zodiac. So we're looking for, again, depending on the settings, but so we go here by longitude, and we're looking for 5 Taurus, 527, or you can go also by name. See, 527 is the star Caph, as you see. Now we take this, what is this called, this line or whatever it is, and we move it, this navigation, and we are looking for this one and for this one. So for Barcelona, Spain, I don't know whether you see this, for Barcelona, Spain, these are the coordinates for the 8th of December 2023, regardless of the time, for this day, ignore the time, for this day, for the 8th of December, the star Caph, as you see, star Caph is or rather will be culminating at 20:52 or 8:52 p.m., 8:53 around it, and sorry, you see there are so many stars. My apologies. It will be culminating at 19:52, the star Caph, 19:52, and it will be It will be on the meridian by Paran, and it will be anti-culminating. It will be on the lower meridian at 7:54. Now you take this, you somehow write it down or add it to a table like myself, and basically what the software is giving you the exact. So basically it's giving you this. It's giving you this in the middle. It's giving you this in the middle and this in the middle. The exact. My table, again, as per the ancients, it uses 1 degree orb, so it gives 4 minutes, 1 degree prior to the exact transit Paran, then the exact one when it is, and then when it finishes, when it ends. The software is only giving, yes, the exact. So this is how you do it, and again, this is for 1 day. You can't. You have to move per 1 day and then go to the table. There are hundreds of stars, and then again for all the days, and then you have to double check your results and make sure they're correct. Because now the question obviously arises: is Janus more accurate than Stellarium? Well, this is a new version, but in my experience, I calculated for my location and checked it in detail, double checked it, triple checked it. It is accurate. I also calculated it for another location for a client, a man from the US, and it works. It's also accurate. Again, I double checked it and triple checked it for the table, which brings me to option number 3. If you do not want to deal with this, to download, to install the program, to configure it, and to go line by line, day by day, and to create a table or make screenshots, I can do that for you. It's going to cost $30 US. The last time it was 12, but it was $12, but it was for 10 days. Now it's 46 days. It's again, if you do it yourself, you will see it will take about an hour, or if not more, because all these have to be checked, etc., etc. So this is yes, this is a nice handy table. The last time I did a video, this one, people from I had people from the US, I had people from Australia, people from 8 or 9 countries. I think from France, from Sweden, from Austria, from England, etc., etc., contacting me and needing this table. So again, you can calculate yourself, or I'll be glad to calculate it for you. Which brings me also to another important development. Now, this video is in Bulgarian, but I'm sure you can find it you can find other videos in your language, but it basically means why videos and posts have started to disappear. Now, there is this, how shall I call it, guideline or order from the so-called World Health Organization, which started to dictate, or the people controlling it obviously started to dictate what is acceptable and what is not, and these official guidelines and rules have been released. I think she mentioned was it in September. Basically, they are starting to censor and to censor, to shadow ban, and to delete anything that contradicts whatever they want people to believe. So if it's about alternative so-called health, or alternative information, or vibrations, or whatever, again, it's a long video, as you see. But she's an expert in digital marketing, so she looked up all the words, not all the words, but she has a channel, a lot of the words, a lot of the hashtags, and she mentions which hashtags, and a lot of channels have basically disappeared, not just videos, whole channels, and this is just the beginning. So she recommends moving to also having mirror channels in Rumble or Odyssey. I have one in Rumble. It's not complete yet, but if you'd subscribe and follow me there, I would appreciate it. So again, this is very, very wrong. It would not hold in any court, a real court of law. And for those that don't know, Facebook got sued. The so-called fact checkers, they got sued by I think it was the British Medical Journal, and they took them to court in an American court in California. There is a PDF of the lawsuit, and basically Facebook, and not just Facebook, but in this case Facebook, they were forced in a court of law to admit, to confess that these so-called fact checkers, these are not facts, these are personal opinions. So yeah, and while astrology yet, as far as I know, has not been targeted, at least not in the way that these other alternative movements have been, this is not okay, because a society cannot be functioning if some of its members, some of its groups are being shadow banned and censored and persecuted, etc. So this is really discouraging for me. I mean, I would rather really not use YouTube. But the vast majority of people are still on YouTube, still on Facebook, etc. So having an alternative channel is something good, because if YouTube starts, not if, when they start, because you don't know what types of words they're going to, whatever is programming these words, whoever is programming them, they're just going to include them, and they will start deleting videos with backwards, videos that were made months ago. And she's even advising people to start changing past hashtags to save their videos or to save their channels. So this is something to keep in mind. I cannot ignore this, because one of the significations of Jupiter, as I explained here in the previous video, is freedom, being released from shackles or from slavery, being emancipated, etc., etc. And while we're talking about this, there are people who are trying to control every aspect of our life. It's it's not going to fly. What else? Yes, of course. If you'd provide some feedback on how you're wishing transpired, what happened, whether you got what you wished for, I'll be delighted. A lot of people contacted me. Some people said it was working. Someone attracted a friend. Another said it was working and was going to give feedback. But as for myself, let me say that what I'm wishing for is something big. It's not that it cannot happen in 10 to 12 days. It could, but it's rather risky, and I would not. It's what I'm thinking long term. So I will still keep wishing what I want. I'm sure it will come to pass. It will take time. It will not necessarily happen again in 10 days or 10 weeks even, because this is something big, and this is something that will remain for a long time. So I wish everyone happy wishing, and if you have a question or a comment, write them below. I'll be happy to answer, and if you'd like to provide some feedback, that would be great. If you'd subscribe here, and especially in Rumble, I would really appreciate it. You can like the video, and if you'd like to, if you subscribe, make sure you press the bell, because it will be showing you all the notifications of whenever I post a video. I haven't had a chance to post a video in a few months. I've been really busy with clients, and also if you'd like, of course, you can subscribe here, of course, for free on my website, 100% Astrology. Just one name and email, and you will be automatically receiving emails of whenever I publish a new article, a new video, etc. Again, they are automatically written. I don't write them myself. It's just with an add-on. I never spam. I never sell. Never contact you, etc. to spam you with anything. So this is it. Again, happy wishing. Be safe and sound, and all the best to you. If you'd like me to calculate the star, let me know, and I'll be glad to do so. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.